Greetings, fellow geeks, and welcome back to FanGeek'd. I'm Emily, and I'm here with my Whovian co-host, Miranda.
Hi, guys. Changing up the intro.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we did that, so
Oh,
cool.
boy.
How are you all? I hope your Christmas Eve and your Christmas was good.
It's almost New Year's, which is crazy at the time of recording. I know we're late.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we're really late. And sorry, we pieced out for probably a year at least on the podcast, but we've been making lots of content on the YouTube, so go check us out there. And yeah, we are going to be reacting to the latest episode of The Doctor called The Power of the Doctor.
I know, yeah. So this, crazily enough, is the finale of the second season of our podcast. Yay! 2 seasons in, and we're still killing it.
Ooh.
We're happy to be back and talk about some Who after a brief break.
Brief. Totally brief.
Because the last episode we recorded was our double whammy Eve of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils.
Yeah. Oh, man.
In a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Are we allowed to have seasons? I don't think we're professional enough for that. Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah. So we covered Eve of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils in our last episode. So if you want to see it, make sure to listen to that episode and join us later.
Yes. Yes.
This episode is over 2 hours long.
Yes. It's essentially a movie.
So I cannot wait to dive into the roller coaster ride that was the Centenary special. Whew.
Yeah, there's a lot of time. Well, I mean, relatively good for Doctor Who. Only 2 time breaks.
Oh my god!
At least we only have 1916 and 2022 to deal with. We don't have anything else, but
yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff going on.
Jeez Louise.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. So as always, if you have been under a rock, please don't listen to this episode because there are many spoilers.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. All right, time for some fast facts.
Yes.
This episode, as confirmed in July of this year, will be the final appearance of Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill as the Doctor and Yasmin Khan, respectively, as this is her regeneration. Sad face. Your first live regen. Was it as sad as you thought it was? Because your first live regen always hurts.
I was just honestly more confused than sad.
There was a lot of content being thrown at you, so it's like,
well, just the ending when we get there was just like, huh?
Okay. Especially because I didn't tell you who was coming next.
Yeah.
Okay. So this episode is filled with emotions. Kidoi. It's a regen. A celebration of decades past and looking forward to the future as the show gets ready to celebrate its 60th anniversary next year. Doctor
Who is officially available for AARP insurance?
Yes. Yes, it is officially available for Medicare.
Yes.
All right. Okay, I don't think this guest list is as long as Flux, but it's up there.
Yeah.
I might skip some people that I included in here for surprises later, but I'm debating because I have 2 people. I'm like, do I include you or do I not?
It's just those 2, just save them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, our first, so I have this as guest stars / returning characters because doy. So first up is Miss Jo Martin. Yes. As the fugitive doctor. Oh, so nice to see her again. I love her.
Yes.
Last seen in Doctor Who Flux. She is also known for Batman Begins, 4321, and The Chalet Girl. Mm-hmm. And then we have Mr. Rasputin himself, Mr. Sacha Dhawan.
As the Master, Rasputin.
Last seen in Series 12. Also known for The Great with Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning.
Yes.
The Iron Fist and the boy with the top knot. I know. And then, of course, we have our 2 classic companions that I mentioned at the tail end of our Eve of the Daleks Legend of the Sea Devils episode, which are Sophie Aldred and Janet Fielding as Ace and Tegan. They got confirmed in like November.
Yes.
So we've known about them for a minute. Okay, so Sophie Aldred as Ace was last seen in Doctor Who in 1989.
Wow.
So it has been a minute.
That's when Taylor Swift was born.
Yeah. So at least 30 plus years.
Yeah.
For Ace. Also known for Doctor Who Dimensions in Time, Oil and the Sea Devils of Ardor, and Thriller Theater with an exclamation mark.
Wow.
And then we have Janet Fielding as Tegan, last seen in Doctor Who in 1984.
Wow.
With the 5th Doctor. Also known for Jim'll Fix It, Minder, and Blind Justice.
Wow. Crazy.
And then we have, of course, the fabulous head of unit herself, Miss Gemma Redgrave as Kate Stewart. Whoop whoop.
Yes.
I love Kate.
Yes.
Last seen in Doctor Who Flux. Yay.
Yes.
Also known for Howard's End, I Will Be There, The Grid, and Love and Friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have, of course, for a very brief appearance, Mr. Jacob Anderson as Vinder.
Woo. Dude.
Last seen in Doctor Who Flux, also known for Game of Thrones as Grey Worm, Overlord 4321, and The Mimic.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Patrick O'Kane as a Shad.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, he's totally not creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Last seen in series 12, when our podcast first started.
Yes, he was the half destroyed Cyberman, right?
He's totally not creepy.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Tim Shaw.
Oh God. Toothban.
No, thank you. Also known for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, Exorcist: The Beginning, The Secret, and Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Nick Briggs as the voice of the Cybermen and the Daleks.
Yes.
Has been voicing the Cybermen and Evil Pepperpots since 2005.
Wow.
Also known for the Arizona Solution, Torchwood, which is the spin-off show with Captain Jack.
Yes.
And Doctor Who, The Eighth Doctor Adventure.
Okay.
And then lastly, there were a bunch of Cybermen and Dalek operators credited on IMDb, but I decided to do the one with the most credits, which is Richard Price, who was a Cyberman, has been playing Who monsters in general since 2005. He's played a whole bunch, not just Cybermen. Also known for Cinderella with Camila Cabello, Peaky Blinders,
awesome,
and Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore as a dinner guest.
Wow. Okay, he's got some credits.
I did skip one, but I'll get back to him later.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so just a warning. This is your final spoiler warning.
Yes.
Okay. This episode will break down the entirety of the power of the Doctor. Spoilers ahead. Please make sure to watch the show and join us later.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh. So
cold open. We got a cold open for the first time in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that means, but yeah, there was an entire paragraph. There's a lot of information before the credits even roll.
So the show begins with a train hurtling through space.
Yes.
As we do.
And a woman calling an emergency transmission from the Taraji transmission.
Yeah, it's a bullet train flying through space. Yeah.
Yes.
I have a feeling that's eventually going to happen at some point in the future.
Yep.
Just not right now. The conductor and crew begin to hear some suspicious noises. Yes. Those noises are revealed to be the Cyber Time Lords. Yeah. Last seen in The Timeless Children.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're totally not weird.
Or these Cyber Masters, as they call themselves.
The Cyber Masters, yeah. The The crew begins to cry out for help, and as you mentioned, the conductor sent out a distress call, which the doctor answers in 0.2 seconds, as they are fully decked out in orange spacesuits.
Yes.
That's a throwback.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the things I should mention is it was confirmed like early on that there were going to be a lot of old costumes being used in this special to celebrate the 100 years of the BBC. So there's a lot of familiar costumes that fans will recognize. Those orange spacesuits have been used for 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Oh, wow. Okay. So.
Yeah, but mainly David, Matt, and Peter.
Okay. Cool.
Anytime they had to go out in space, there was an orange spacesuit in use.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that just seemed to be a common thread.
Yeah. It also looks more like a hazmat suit and not like a spacesuit.
It does. It does. You just have to pretend the helmet's there.
Yeah.
The crew lands on the bullet train, and they quickly cheer each other up the gold star moment for Dan.
Like, yeah.
Gold star landing.
9.9. It's like, could you have a less wobbly letter? It's like, nah, it's perfect.
No, before they quickly face off against the Cybermasters on the roof.
Yes.
Not inside the train, on the roof.
Nope. They're like, turn around. They're over there.
Yeah. In a quite terrifying moment, Dan's helmet gets hit. And he nearly gets sucked into space.
Yes.
But is saved in the nick of time by the Doctor and Yaz. Ha! Was that scary for you?
Oh, yeah, crazy. She's like, disconnect the electromagnetic field, and they go floating. Cybermen also go floating, and then they have to like figure out how to get into the train.
Grabbing onto Dan by his foot.
Yes.
Yeah. Once aboard the train, the Doctor goes off to investigate, as she does, leaving Yaz to move the passengers and crew to safety while Dan tries to slow down the train.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That seems a little challenging.
Yeah. Dan reassures everyone that everything's under control and we will be slowing down momentarily.
Like he's in a tube station.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. The Doctor, while investigating, discovers that the Cybermasters were after something, or in particular, someone.
Yes.
A child.
Yeah, that random child appears.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Doctor says, I'm gonna save you, but then they said the Doctor's lying and exports the child.
Yep. And then back in the TARDIS, after that whole debacle, Dan reveals to the Doctor it's time to go. That was fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes into the episode, and Dan's like, peace.
He's like, yeah, I've kind of risked my life and I kind of don't want to anymore.
Okay, thanks, okay, bye.
Yeah. But they drop him off at home before his date with
and
Diana.
Then roll titles for the final time. Sad face.
This season,
we get Jodie's titles for the final time.
Oy, crazy.
Because they're gonna change come the 60th. I know that for certain because the logo is already changed. If you've seen on the socials, they're already on diamond.
Oh my goodness.
Which is like a callback to a logo from like the 70s.
Oh, crazy.
Okay, so this first section I have called Mystery and Returns.
Okay. Yeah. So we
jump to Russia, where a hooded figure is seen at a desk writing away when they are interrupted by a knock at the door.
Specifically Siberia in 1916.
Exactly. It appears to be a messenger asking for Father Grigori.
Yes.
To visit the Tsar, as somebody is taken ill in the palace. Who could that be?
The Tsarevic has been taken ill. Okay.
We then jump to an art gallery somewhere in Europe as we meet Ace. Yay!
It says London 2022. Yes. Cut to London 2022.
Yeah, now we're back in modern times. Yes. As we meet Ace, a classic companion, as she is standing in an art gallery staring at a blank wall.
And taking pictures of a blank wall.
Where a painting should be. Strange.
Mm-hmm.
She asked the curator what happened to the painting, who mentions that it has gone backstage for some restoration work.
She says.
Yeah. We then jump to the cafe as Ace calls somebody on her phone, who turns out to be Tegan, another classic companion about her findings. Ace has discovered that 15 well-known paintings have been taken down simultaneously with no explanation. That's going to draw some suspicion.
Yeah, crazy. Meanwhile, Tegan is in Romania, somewhere in the Carpathians.
Yep.
And
trying to figure out some strange thing about seismologists going poof.
Yeah. She's investigating nearby earthquake, and 3 different seismologists disappeared.
Yep. Tegan also mentions that there was a package waiting for her at her camp area, and it turns out to be a Cyberman.
A tiny little Cyberman.
Something neither have seen for decades.
And also a letter from the doctor.
Yes.
Crazy.
Because it's probably the TARDIS blue paper, which is usually a sign of, oh, this is probably from Doc.
Yeah.
All right. This next section is titled Goodbye.
Okay.
Reluctantly, the gang dropped Dan off in his old neighborhood as he goes off to live his life. Peace out, Dan. We'll see you in a bit.
Yes. Maybe.
Maybe, sort of.
Yeah.
The doctor heads back into the TARDIS only to face a hologram of a renegade Dalek.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's totally not going to piss her off.
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
A Dalek.
It's like, are you going to kill me? Actually, no, I've betrayed my entire nation.
Yeah. Excuse me? It appears to have critical information for the future of humans and Daleks, something that intrigues yet horrifies the doctor. And then I had to pull this from IMDb. From the transcript. The dog machine was created to ensure the survival of the Khalid race. Yet Khalid identity has eroded over time. The Dalek, someone I think has dyslexia when writing this. They wrote Khalid instead of Dalek. Ha ha ha. The Dalek machine was created to ensure the survival of the Dalek race. Yet Dalek identity has eroded over time. The Dalek mission has changed to become the perpetuation of the Dalek race. Analysis concludes that we have lost the right to survive. Your creator would both be impressed and horrified. The creator is Davros, by the way. So you come to me as what? A spy? A Dalek incursion on Earth is imminent. I offer you the chance to destroy every Dalek before that attack. Why would I ever trust you? To save the lives of billions of humans, I will communicate location and time. You must attend. The hologram disappears before Yaz walks in the door, wondering what the heck the doctor's yelling at.
Like, are you going crazy? Oh my gosh. And then of course they have a conversation. Yaz asks if she's crazy because you're going to meet a Dalek and you might die. She's like, yes, I know.
The doctor then gets an alert from the TARDIS, noticing that there seems to be an extra planet in our solar system. Just outside Earth in the year 1916. Strange.
Interesting.
All right. Russia, 1916. Rasputin.
Oh, man.
We then return back to Russia in 1916 as the hooded figure is revealed to be Rasputin, who has come to check on the Tsar's son. It is revealed that the son has hemophilia and will improve by the morning. So the Tsar seems suspicious.
Yeah. Hemophilia is one with the blood, like a blood disorder. Ish. Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Yeah, it's a bleeding disorder where the blood doesn't clot.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Okay. Rasputin then asks the Tsar about the war and whether he will add more troops or withdraw. And the Tsar asks for Rasputin's advice, which is a great idea.
Yeah.
He asked for them, he asked for them to take some time away for a time, and he will take care of their winter palace. ... He is definitely hypnotizing them.
Totally.
I'm like, you could tell based on the eyes.
Yeah. Definitely
No,
inserting
thank
his
you.
lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the TARDIS, as I've
Mhm.
titled my next section.
Yes.
Yaz and the Doctor head to investigate the strange planet in the sky. Organic life converted into metal on a planetary scale.
Yes.
Totally not weird.
Totally.
The Doctor wants Yaz to stay on the TARDIS, but that's not happening.
Yeah. She's like, we always go together. And they find that this planet has captive energy. It's a captive energy creature.
It's the child from earlier.
Yes, the child from earlier has been tethered to this planet, along
Because it's
with.
actually not a child at all.
Yes.
Oh, the two head over to go investigate, but Yaz notices another TARDIS. The two head over, only to notice the label on the phone box only says the words, ha 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 ha.
Yes.
The Doctor thinks she's being taunted. Yeah, I think you are.
Yes.
If the Master is taunting you with ha 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 ha, you're being taunted.
Yes.
She scans it with her sonic, only to discover that this TARDIS's core has been lashed into the center of the planet's metal structure, along with another energy source.
Mm-hmm.
The kid.
Yes. Crazy.
Although it's not a kid. I think it's a Cordux. I think is how she pronounces it.
Oh, the Corax. So
The
that's
Corax,
inside.
yeah. That's what the kid is. The kid is not a kid, it's a Corax.
Oh, just disguised as a human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of the great mysteries of the universe. She seemed to be a little excited about that.
Yeah. Yes, she's excited about a lot of things.
Yeah. Suddenly, they are surrounded by Cybermasters who state that their master awaits. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We know who that is.
I think. All right. Companions and unit.
Yes. Then we proceed to get a call from Kate.
Yep. Unit needs help. Help. Once she arrives at a very fancy unit headquarters.
Yes.
Kate brings her up to date on the seismologist going missing, as well as the 15 planets that have disappeared.
Yeah. And the Doctor's like, this is what you called me for. Do you have any idea what's going on in 1916?
Kate also mentions that they have 2 new hires.
Yeah.
Rounds the corner, it's Ace and Tegan.
Yes. Which.
Oh, this reunion was hilarious. Ace is excited. Tegan, on the other hand, not so much.
A little bit pissed off. Yeah.
although I get why. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yaz quickly realizes that these are former companions from decades ago. Oof. I would like to present to you the fact that you will not be spending your entirety of your life with the Doctor in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Also, she's a woman? What now?
Yeah. Kate then interrupts them to continue the investigation that's currently ongoing regarding the paintings. And this is when we start getting the pictures of the paintings.
Yes.
This is why I brought you in. Let's start with the paintings. Mona Lisa, The Scream, The Hay Wain, Girl with the Pearl Earring, The Last Supper, all of them and more taken out of public view because all of them we've discovered have been defaced. The face of Rasputin inserted into every painting. Oh no, that's not Rasputin. That's the Master. What?
Yep. Oh, crazy.
And then the Master buzzes in, as he does.
Heyo. I'm having a volcano conference.
Near Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah.
That's totally not suspicious at all.
Totally. We're totally not going to blow up.
Yeah, totally not. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The Doctor shocks, in air quotes, her 2 companions. We'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
Before she and Yaz peace out.
Yes. Yeah.
The first face-off. We're back in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop.
Where
the Doctor and Yaz arrive at the conference, and the Master seems a little too delighted to see them.
Yes. where he proceeds to tell the doctor, "This is the day you will die."
Did you notice that all the seismologists that he kidnapped have been shrunk?
Oh, no, I didn't. That's a detail I didn't notice. That's crazy.
They were all shrunk like
Oh,
So
no.
that all when you saw all those, if they cut when the camera cut to all the little figures sitting in the seats,
Oh, they're
those were
tiny.
all the seismologists he shrunk.
Oh, no. Tiny ones.
Yeah, and that's the master for you.
They disappeared to his to
Yeah.
be shrunk.
Okay, so she asked him why he killed all these people, and the answer is something quite chilling. I had to pull this from the transcript. It's long. To give you simple, fair warning. Leave Earth now, Doctor, or it will be the death of you. Because, really, honestly, truly, this is the day you die. No, not just die. This is the day you are erased from existence. Forever.
Really?
I know, a bit of a conversation stopper. Awkward, right, Yaz? Do you see what I've done? I was so clever because I can give her this warning, but we both know she won't leave. She can't. Not that I've said that to her, and yet she knows she should because she also knows I don't make empty threats. I can absolutely, categorically, pinky promisingly confirm this is no empty threat. Pinky promisey? Really?
Yeah. Way to make up your own word.
And then Unit quickly takes him under arrest in like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Seriously. It's like, oh, I love a bunker. Oh.
They decide to take him into the TARDIS in handcuffs.
Yes.
Where it creepily tries to get into both Yaz and the Doctor's head. No, thank you.
Yeah. Really.
Back in Unit HQ, the Master notices Tegan and Ace staring at him from the staircase. That whole confrontation, no thank you.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Saying he gleefully calls them out on the last time he saw them or what he heard of them last, causing both of them to sassily shut him up.
Yes.
So yes, that is true. The last time Ace saw the Master, he was a cat. It's because he was on his last regeneration, so he literally looked like a really, really deformed, melted figure. It was quite gross. And yes, he did kind of look like a cat. It was a bit weird.
Oh, this is like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Wait.
Either that or somebody took a bit too much polyjuice.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Dalek betrayal and a shod.
Yes.
Yaz continues to be frustrated at the Doctor and mentions she's continuing to not mention what is going on. That seems to be a common trend at this point.
Yes. Like, I don't have time for that. You do have time for this.
She mentions that the Dalek could be a trap, but the Doctor says it's a risk she is willing to take. The TARDIS appears inside Mount Vesuvius, where the Doctor faces off against the Dalek, who gets her to download the information and then gets her inside the shell.
Yes. Then the rest of the crew appears and
and transport her off.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Yaz, in another area of the volcano, notices a large amount of Daleks working around a gigantic drill. Which seems to have something to do with the seismology going on.
Yeah.
Back at Unit, Tegan and Ace are closely watching the Doctor when Tegan notices that the doll she had in her bag is growing. Slowly. The Master, clearly joking on camera that it's a Russian doll, allowing the return of the regular Cybermen and a shod.
Oh.
Causing an attack to commence within Unit itself. Yikes!
The Master sends Cybermen to attack the headquarters.
Yep. Rasputin, a dastardly plan, and forced regeneration. Meanwhile, the Doctor, a prisoner of the Daleks and Cybermen, appears in front of the Master / Rasputin, who was gloating at the fact that his plan is slowly falling into place.
Lovely.
Another long quote from the transcript. But rest assured, without you to defend it, Earth will fall very, very fast. I did warn you, Doctor. I'm going old school. A tribute to our elders. Do you remember the ultimate sanction for breaking our laws? Forced regeneration. They even did it to you once, didn't they? Well, maybe more than once. Who knows? Not you. You don't have the technology. I do. He giggles. When I ransacked Gallifrey, I took everything. But where would he get the power? If only I had a planet built for this purpose. Oh, wait, I do.
Oh, God.
You did get that, right? A conversion planet. Except it doesn't only convert organic to cyber. I brought it here to help another conversion altogether. The master then, in a gloating mood, proceeds to play the most fitting modern song for this moment.
Yes. The rest. Cute.
Boney M's Rasputin. And if Whovians get a song stuck in their head for days.
Cute.
Yep.
Oh
This whole scene was hilarious.
my gosh. And the disco ball lights and everything. Oh
Yep. Plus the Dalek, apparently the Dalek and the Cyberman looking at each other like, the F?
What's going on here?
The heck is going on here? What the heck did we get ourselves into? Was hilarious.
Seriously.
Meanwhile, a familiar face appeals out of a wormhole, dazed and confused. It's Vander!
Vander, hi Vander.
He lands on the cyber planet and, noticing the TARDIS, knows that the doctor's nearby and tries to call her via the communicator
Yes.
that she gave him,
Yes.
the cell phone. Okay, doctor, this is my last roll of the dice. I'll be carrying this around with me since you gave it to me. You need my help? I could certainly do with yours, but I am not holding out much hope. The doctor runs back to the TARDIS and tries to fly away, only for a camera to appear where the doctor is in Russia. Yaz has to witness the forced regeneration as the master regenerates into the doctor.
Yep.
Ew.
Ugh. That is disgusting.
The TARDIS then materializes, and the Doctor Master, that's what I call him from now on, seems to be eerily thrilled to see her. Gone. Really gone. Forever gone. Don't worry. You'll get used to me. Everyone will. I still need a companion to ask and bask in my brilliance. Come on, Yaz. Let's go on an adventure. Don't make me ask twice. I hate to have to bring you down to size.
Ugh.
Eh.
Yeah. So then this is where Yaz goes in to control the TARDIS
Yep.
on her own.
Dr. Master being a creep.
Yeah.
Beyonce and parachutes.
Yes.
Back in unit, Kate has to lock down the building to keep the Cybermen from spreading into the city. Ace mentions that there are parachutes in the floors, and they are planning on heading up to the roof. She also grabs her iconic jacket and baseball bat, which are very 80s.
Yes.
Because they are.
Yes.
That's literally the last outfit we saw her in.
Yeah.
Her favorite weapon is a bat.
Yeah. I love that.
And then my notes say subtle Beyonce reference before the two head up to the roof. I love that they're mentioning like random pop culture moments in Who.
Yeah. It's so funny. What did she say?
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Back in the TARDIS, the Doctor Master is continuing to be an absolute creep, but
Yes.
his body is fighting back.
Yes.
This is what happens at the beginning of every forced regeneration, because the body's trying to settle.
Yes.
Although at this point it's like, why the hell are you making me do this? Why?
Yeah.
Clearly the Doctor protesting the forced regeneration.
Yes.
Get it, girl. Come on, Yaz. Let's save a civilization. Let's correct history. Rescue a sick animal. These yours? Oh, bless. Ow. What was that? some sort of dirty protest, unless you want to be consigned down a black hole for eternity, you better behave. I am the doctor and you will obey me. Good luck with that.
The TARDIS is fighting him back.
Of course. The TARDIS and his own regeneration.
Yes.
Yaz demands the doctor to change back, but he refuses, stating that he plans on destroying the reputation of the doctor and making it a byword for fear, pain, and destruction rather than hope, love, and, all the stuff she normally says.
Yes.
Back in unit, Ace and Tegan make it up to the roof, but Tegan changes her mind, stating the Cybermen was her mistake because she brought it in, and she needs to go help Kate, leaving Ace on the roof alone.
Yeah.
The Master Doctor arrives on a far-off planet, I don't know where, viewing the destruction of 2 worlds in front of him to his absolute delight. While the Master Doctor observes the destruction, Yaz sneaks off with the TARDIS. Bleep you bye.
Yep, pushes him out onto the planet and says, I got it.
As he proceeds to sit down cross-legged and play the recorder.
Yes.
Hello, 3rd grade. 2nd or 3rd grade horror stories from elementary school. No, thank you.
Music class.
Nope. People totally playing in tune. Lord help me.
Oh, man.
The Edge. Returning faces and motivation? Question mark?
Oh, yeah.
We then jump to 13. As she seems to be near a precipice of some sort.
Some sort of cliff.
She wanders near the edge when she spots someone sitting on a crate. The doctor.
Yes.
It's there that we get a sweet classic Who surprise. The returning faces of the 1st, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th Doctors, played by David Bradley, Pete Davidson, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and Paul McGann. So I will also mention this for context. The only classic Who actor to actually have an in-person cameo in an anniversary special was Tom Baker.
Oh, wow.
That was in 2013.
Wow.
And there was a spin-off, anniversary, I guess, film thing that 5, 6, and 7 filmed called the 5-ish Doctors.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get a chance to get included and they were a little pissed.
Oh, love that.
And now look at them.
Oh my gosh. All of them.
It's 2022 and they finally get to be back in Who again.
Yay.
So classic Who fans were a little bit excited about that. Plus, it's kind of sweet because the last time we saw David Bradley was in Twice Upon a Time in 2017.
Yeah. And also, this is not the Pete Davidson. It's not
Pete Davidson's 5.
Yes, but he's not the Pete Davidson on Saturday Night Live. This is a different Pete Davidson.
Yeah. They mentioned that they are the guardians of the Edge.
You are not finished. We are not finished. We being vestiges of your consciousness, fragments of yourself from the past. Guardians of the Edge.
Fragments of themselves from the past. They are usually there to help the Doctor through the process of a regeneration, but they don't want the Master to permanently hijack their existence. They mention that they will need help from the outside, which is easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The Doctor's currently stuck in this, dreaming state, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Hollow Doctor and returning faces. Back in the TARDIS, Yaz seems to be trying to figure out what to do next when a hologram of the Doctor appears. It turns out that the Doctor is being very clever, as she always is, and installed a hologram in everybody that she shocked. One in Yaz, one in Ace, one in Tegan. Clever girl. Okay. This is a very ADD-centric ramble.
Yes.
My God.
Yeah.
Is that a bad way to start? Bit over dramatic? How's it looking? I've been working on this literally forever. It should adapt and respond to its environment, whoever it's interacting with. It's an interactive AI Hollow Me,
Yes.
built from data of my behavior across thousands of years. And it should only activate under the gravest circumstances, like if I'm no longer around. Now that would be disastrous. But I will have very subtly inserted a sonically triggered nano implant under your skin and pass it off as static electricity. Ow. Oh, if I remember to do that, I must remember to do that.
Oh.
Yes, asked the doctor for help, stating that she does have a plan. She pilots the TARDIS to the cyber planet where she meets up with Vinder.
Hi, Vinder. She's like, hey.
Yaz and Vinder reunion. Yay.
Yes, and she tells Vinder, we gotta go save the doctor. He's like, what's going on? She says, I don't have time for that.
So she activates the Hollow Doctor. Yas mentions we are dealing with a forced regeneration and asks how we can get her back. Hollow Doctor asks if they are in extreme circumstances. I would think this counts as extreme.
Yep.
Unit fight and Ace in the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Tegan makes her way up to where Ace has kept herself, to Kate's dismay, but Tegan can handle herself, as she says, in a very sassy manner. Because it's Tegan.
Yeah.
I have spent the last 30 years living like a nomad. I have done landmine coups. I have been hijacked. I have nearly drowned trying to help people. I've seen off 2 husbands, and somewhere out there is an adopted son who hasn't called me for 6 weeks. And if that's not enough, I was an air hostess in the early 80s. And trust me, compared to that, a building full of Cyberman is nothing. Fair toss.
Yes. Totally. Oh man. Okay,
I love Tegan.
Yeah.
So sassy. Kate mentions that there's a solution to the Cyberman problem, but they are at the top of the building, and the solution is in the basement.
So Tegan.
Yeah, she has to activate a manual override that will level the building, leaving everything entombed.
Yes.
Ace, meanwhile, on the top of the building, is very uneasy about jumping off the edge and free falling before activating her parachute.
Yeah.
She is trying to avoid shots by the Cybermen before Yaz cleverly fires the TARDIS right into Ace's path. Yay!
Thank you.
Ace officially meets Vinder and asks if Ace would like to and Yaz asks if she would like to be dropped under a volcano to deal with the stinking Daleks.
Yes.
I think she's a little excited.
Yeah.
Yaz and Vinder, however, have to return to the dangerous cliff edge to pick up the Doctor Master to head off on an adventure.
Totally an adventure.
Doctor Companion reunion.
Yes.
This was sweet. So Tegan nearly makes it to the basement. She's on her way down. When she almost makes it to the basement when the Hollow Doctor appears. However, it ends up taking a different face. Her doctor.
Yes.
The 5th Doctor. Yes. Causing Tegan to think she hallucinated.
Mm-hmm.
We end up with a very sweet interaction between Doctor and Companion. This was so sweet.
Yes.
You sort of look like you used to, but not quite.
Yeah.
I could say the same to you. Surprised you remembered.
Mm-hmm.
You think you left and I never thought of you again. I never forget any of you. I remember everything. Yeah? Well, what am I thinking of all these Cybermen? Adric. Now, Braveheart. What? What? I missed you. Missed you too. Now please, don't get killed. Go! Okay, so, Whovian Lore time. Adric was a former companion to the 5th Doctor who sacrificed himself by piloting a ship into Earth, blowing himself up in the process. The Doctor, the 5th Doctor, and his other companions, Nissa, and Tegan, had to witness his sacrifice on the TARDIS. So they were watching the ship blow up from the
Oh
TARDIS,
my gosh.
literally witnessing him die.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Yeah, so that was the first companion death, was Adric.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got to pause this for a second.
And Tegan heads off to head down to the basement
Yes.
to find said system.
Yes.
Let's hope she can find it. Meanwhile, under a volcano in Bolivia,
Totally.
Ace is searching for the Dalek seismology area that Yaz mentioned and seems to be a bit over her head.
Yes.
Then, unknowingly, activates her Hollow Doctor, who seems excited about the opportunity to use Nitro 999, a very common weapon for Ace in the 80s.
Yes.
It's an explosion. They love explosions.
Yes. Well,
The Hollow Doctor then transforms into her doctor, the seventh, Sylvester, allowing them to have a very sweet interaction. So Ace was the last companion in the classic Who before it got axed in 89.
oh wow. Crazy.
So the show got axed in 89. There was like a 15-year period of nothing.
Oh wow.
And then in 96, they made a movie with Paul McGann.
Oh man.
And then there was another period of nothing
Hmm.
until 2005 when it was brought back.
Wow. Crazy.
So there are some people that grew up that were born when Doctor Who was not on TV. Like moi.
Yes. Yes.
I was born the year the movie came out, but I was a baby.
Yeah.
And apparently they filmed it in Canada.
Yeah. And Doctor Who didn't come back on until I was in kindergarten. Well, actually,
Yeah.
second grade.
2005.
Second grade at that point. Yeah. Crazy.
All right. So now I have to pull for the transcript, the interaction. It's never fine to blow stuff up. Sometimes, sadly, it's the only solution, but only after fair warning. Now it's getting freaky. I was only ever trying to teach you good habits, Ace. Obviously, I failed. You never failed me, Professor. So cute she calls him Professor.
Yeah.
You made me the person I am today. I'm sorry we fell out. I'm sorry I judged you. I didn't understand the burden you carried. All children leave home sooner or later. The joy is to watch them fly. So we're good? Oh, we're more than good. We're Ace. As Ace heads off to deal with the Daleks, she rounds the corner, only to get the living pants scared off her by somebody holding a psychic paper. It's, drumroll please, Graham! Did you like that? Because we knew he was coming, we just weren't sure when.
I loved that. And especially
I literally squealed. I was like,
his fail with the paper.
Arnold Palmer, really?
Arnold Palmer. Well, he says exactly what she wants him to say. Graham, friend of the doctor, a little scared.
Really? I am too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And Bolt seemed to understand the Daleks, although under very different circumstances.
Yeah. And he's like, listen, these things are space things, and we need to destroy them.
Oh, yeah. Tegan, whilst finding the system, nearly gets shot by Cybermen once they hear her in the elevator shaft.
Oh, yeah, she almost falls. And then
that was not scary at all.
Human detected.
Kate, on the other hand, tries to put up one hell of a fight, but Ashad finally corners her, and when she surrenders, it's brought down to the basement for a conversion. No, thank you. The Master, on the other hand, started the volcanic eruptions via drill, and is beginning the extermination of the human race. All right. Surprises, reunions, and the plan crumbles.
Yes.
Yaz, the Master Doctor, and Vinder, without the Master Doctor knowing, arrive back in Russia for the Master Doctor to begin his plan of human extermination. But Yaz has a plan up her sleeve. The Fugitive Doctor.
Yes. Eruption.
Only thing is, she's a hologram.
Yeah.
And the Master Doctor doesn't know that yet.
Yeah. So.
That was hilarious. I'm the Doctor. Who the hell are you?
Just like,
Oh,
proceeds to tell Daleks to shoot her, but he only put the genetic material in them, not their actual brains. So,
yeah, that didn't work.
yeah.
They are able to successfully corner him with the help of Vinder. Oh, I love the sass. Who the hell? Of when Vinder finally puts the gun to the back of his head.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh.
And the master's like, who the hell are you? I'm like, I'm a friend, bro.
You're not going to shoot me? Yes, I am.
Well, yes, I am. I'm not afraid of dealing with bullcrap, okay?
Seriously.
I've been through a lot of crap with the flux.
Yeah. Seriously.
And with the help of the Cybermasters, restart the forced regeneration to turn the Master Doctor back into the Doctor again. Yay! But now she's also wearing 5 different Doctor costumes at the same time.
Yep. Totally. That makes sense.
So just to help you with the costume, she's wearing at least, let's see. So she's wearing her jacket.
Yeah.
The 5th Doctor's decoration, which is a piece of celery. And the 7th Doctor's vest, which is the question marks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As well as the 4th Doctor's scarf.
Oh, wow. Okay. Like
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Fun enough for a winter excursion.
Yeah.
With 3 different people.
I'm wearing 3 different Doctor's costumes at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. The amount of different Doctor outfits the Master decided to wear is a bit crazy. It's a bit of 5, 6, and 7 all rolled into one.
Crazy.
The Doctor is happy to see Yaz, but even more surprised to see Vinder.
Yeah.
And happy for a new lease on life, but they still have a lot to do. Cracks knuckles.
Yes, totally.
Kate is brought down to the basement for her conversion, and Tegan finally makes it down to the basement to activate the device.
Yes.
Phew.
With a little help from Hologram Doctor.
The Doctor is realizing that she needs all hands on deck and decides to go pick up everybody she's met so far. Love the adorable reunion with Graham. Doctor!
Hi, Doctor. Yeah, don't have time. Okay.
They're speaking at the same time.
Yes.
Ace and Graham have rigged the seismic devices with Nitro 999 and make it to the TARDIS just in time.
Yes.
Tegan activates the device and Union HQ comes tumbling down on top of the Cybermen and Ashad. Good riddance!
It's like I just put the lace on that thing. Dang it.
Kate finally gets a chance to head into the TARDIS for the very first time. I love Tegan. Yes, I would like to go into the TARDIS.
Just like,
I want to go in, dang it.
Yeah, seriously. Kate's like, how is it bigger on the inside? Oh my gosh.
Fixing the planet and making it right, featuring a shocking death.
Yeah.
The Doctor makes it to the cyber planet and heads up with Vinder to fix his ship and get him into the wormhole before they deal with the cyber planet and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Once his ship is repaired, she sends him on his way. Bye, Vinder.
Bye. Yes.
And heads up to the Master's TARDIS to deal with the seismic activity and the Master. She updates the crew on what's going on, giving everybody a control, just like in Journey's End.
Yeah.
And explaining what her plan is. Everyone's still in position? Good. I'm in the Master's TARDIS. He's clever. I'll give him that. Using a TARDIS to power the science word. Spatio-temporal movement of a cyber conversion planet. What a mind. What a TARDIS. Type 75. Bit flashy for my taste, but way more powerful than mine. But he's pushed his TARDIS right to the edge. Burned out half his systems. Ruined himself here. So I'm linking the TARDISes. I'm using mine to jumpstart his. So when I say now, activate the control I gave you, and we'll have a double-powered TARDIS. Go.
Yes.
Once the now double-powered TARDIS is activated, the Doctor begins transforming the lava-flowing volcanoes into permanent works of public art.
Yes. Freezing all of them into
Meanwhile, the lava's like...
Okay. Yes.
She then heads out of the TARDIS to deal with the kid, the Cortex, and tells it to destroy the planet before it can be set free, which it does so gladly.
Yes.
Unknown to the Doctor, the Master has awoken back in his original body, and he is not happy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yes.
transports himself back into his TARDIS on the cyber planet and confronts the Doctor directly, telling her, "If I can't be the Doctor, neither can you." This in turn, well, he presses a button. This in turn activates the Chronux to turn its lasers on the Doctor.
Yes.
The
Oh,
part when she quote unquote dies is always terrifying because it's like,
yeah.
holy crap.
Yeah. Oh my
Because
gosh.
you know it's coming, but at the same time, you're like, oh crap. No, 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 no.
No, I just thought, yeah, I was like, oh, she's temporarily losing consciousness. Okay.
In a very emotional moment, Yaz goes running out of the TARDIS to the Doctor's side, picking her up and carrying her inside the TARDIS.
Yes.
We have the very sweet fam moment with everyone literally staring down at her
I'm like, are you okay?
before she knocks out.
Yeah.
Final farewells and companions anonymous.
Mm.
The Doctor then wakes up on the floor of the TARDIS with Yaz at the controls. Yaz explains that she dropped everyone else off back on Earth, and the Doctor has been out for quite a hot second.
Yeah.
The cloister bell then begins to ring, and when the Doctor asks why, Yaz emotionally points out that her hand is glowing.
Mm.
It's begun. Apparently, she filmed the whole "I need more time" part multiple times
Oh yeah. Probably.
with different reactions, and they chose the most emotional one for the final cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it hits her like a brick wall.
Oh.
I know, just seeing her start crying, I'm like, no!
Honey. No, you're okay.
Yeah, but plus you also cut to Yaz, who is just, meh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's like trying to hold it together.
I'm sure this was probably, I have a feeling this was probably one of the last things they filmed too in the
Yeah.
TARDIS, so I'm sure it must have just been puddles.
Oh yeah. You wonder.
Ah.
You wonder, because sometimes they have to film scenes in the wrong order to like
Well,
for
I
stuff.
do
but,
know
like,
that the last scene Jodie shot was her regen.
Okay.
The shot outside was the
Yeah.
last thing she shot.
Oh man. Okay.
And they shot it multiple times
Yeah.
because you got to get the right take.
Yes. Totally.
For her final speech. We then end up with a very sweet moment of the Doctor and Yaz eating ice cream.
Yeah. She's like, one more date. We gotta get ice cream.
One last trip. Wherever you choose, which flavored ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder if this was one of the last scenes Jodie filmed, as these seem like honest reactions. The whole scene on the roof of the TARDIS. I was like, I have a feeling this is one of the last things they shot.
Yeah.
Yaz mentions she doesn't want these moments to end, and the Doctor gives us a very understandable and honestly quite relatable reason why it's time to let go.
Mm-hmm.
A wise person once said to me, "Goodbyes only hurt because what came before was so special. Oh, and it's been so special. You and Graham and Ryan and Dan. Nobody else gets to be us. Nobody else got to live our days. Nobody. And my hearts are so full of love of all of you. Oh, I have loved being with you, Yaz, and I've loved being me. But I need to do this next bit alone."
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The Doctor then drops Yaz off in downtown Croydon before
Yes.
heading off with a very last emotional look. It's then that Graham and Dan around the corner, the whole scene with the map.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know where the
Crazy.
hell I'm going. Where are you? Do you think it's this way? This way?
Yeah. And like, I don't know how to use a paper map.
I don't either.
Google does it all for
I'm
me.
so used to GPS. I'm like, crap, paper maps? What the hell am I doing?
Oh yeah.
And they invite her to a special meeting. But for what? It is then that we learn that Graham has started a Companions Anonymous meeting where they can talk about the Doctor and their experiences.
About the dog.
There are loads of companions from past and present.
Yes.
There are ones we know, like Kate Stewart, Ace, Tegan, Graham, and Dan. But there are also ones from long ago, like Joe Grant, who is a companion of the third Doctor,
Mm.
Mel, who is a companion of the 6th and part of the 7th.
Yeah.
And Ian Chesterton. This is huge. Played by a 97-year-old William Russell, who last appeared in the first Doctor serial in 1966, over 57 years ago.
Wow.
That's a Guinness World Record right there.
Seriously. Used to call the books for that one.
We got the record, by the way.
Wow, that's awesome.
We broke the record because the last one was like 54.
Yeah.
In October, we got it.
Nice.
He's
nice.
97.
97. Wow. Dude.
Apparently, there was also, because when the script came out, we also learned that there was supposed to be an empty chair. There was an empty chair in the shot, as you saw from the Companions Anonymous.
Yeah.
People were theorizing that was going to be for Elizabeth Sladen, aka Sarah Jane, who died in 2011.
Yeah.
But we learned in the script that there was supposed to be a computer with a Zoom call with even more companions on it, like Martha and Jackie, and people who couldn't technically be there for filming.
Okay.
So apparently Jodie also got to be there for that shot too. She came to visit because even though she wasn't in that scene, she got to go visit and see everybody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So everyone is introducing themselves and allowing themselves to talk about the Doctor as they know him or her.
Oops.
Ian's reaction when he finds out the Doctor's a woman, that was so cute.
Sorry. Did you say her?
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Did you just say she?
Yes.
So the really sweet thing I learned at a panel is apparently the actor who plays Ian has Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Because he's 97.
Oh my gosh.
So he barely remembers anything about filming that, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Everyone was just so happy to have him there.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, hey, pretty much one of the two only living people from that era.
Yeah. It's like one of the first eras, right?
I'm like, the only two people that are still alive right now from that era that were in the first Doctor stuff is the Doctor's granddaughter, Susan.
Yeah.
Played by Carol Ann Ford. And Will. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the who plays the other companion, Barbara, died in like the 80s or 90s, and then the first Doctor himself died in like the 80s because he was really, really sick when he left.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Where was I? Ace and Tegan are asking the Doctor, if the Doctor's okay, as she has just recently left the TARDIS, but yes, thinks she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She is the Doctor. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Regeneration and a familiar face for a lot of people. Oh my lord. This blew a lot of people's minds.
Yes.
Especially if they hadn't seen any of the announcements and stuff on socials. Back in the TARDIS, the Doctor is alone and seems to be bracing herself for what is to come. Her body is glowing as it starts to fully prepare for the full process.
Yeah.
She talks to the TARDIS for the last time, asking her to look after the next one while she takes in one last sunrise. Like I mentioned, she's not regenerating in the TARDIS for the first time ever.
Yeah.
It's been a hot second since the last time she did this. She heads out to find herself on a cliff edge somewhere in the UK, taking in the glow of the sunrise for the final time in his body. And then we get every Doctor gets a little farewell speech. It varies on the length depending on the Doctor. Matt's was a long one.
Yeah.
David kind of prolonged his for a really long time.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then Peter kind of had a bit of a side ramble one.
Yeah.
Because he also put his off for a bit.
Yeah.
But hers was short, sweet, and to the point. Oh, the blossomiest blossom.
Love that. You need to be an author of a poem.
Yeah, that's the only sad thing. I want to know what happens next. Right then, Doctor, whoever I'm about to be, Tag. You're it.
Oh
Then
my
the
gosh.
regeneration takes over, and we get a beautiful wide panning shot of the golden energy shooting out before we cut back to the doctor as the clothes suddenly transform to reveal David Tennant.
What the hell? What the hell?
We
is
then
going
get
on?
the iconic Doctor callback to David's first appearance as the Doctor. That's what made everyone laugh. Is his first line is a callback to his first regeneration.
Mhm.
Because his very first regeneration is he literally transforms from Chris into 9 into 10, rubs his tongue over his teeth and goes, no teeth. That's weird. And then when he generates into 14th, he's like, wait a second. What? Before the final credits roll.
Oh my gosh. That was crazy.
Okay. Did you have any funny emotional moments before we get to final thoughts?
Oh man.
I would have to say the Rasputin dance routine is on there.
Oh yeah, definitely the Rasputin dance routine. That was funny.
Rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
And he's doing like the Indian dance and the whole like, oh my gosh.
It's very, very hilarious.
Yes. Also just the like the back and forth between Dan and the Doctor, just like, could you get a less wobbly ladder? I'm like, no. Okay.
I would also have to say Arnold
we're
Palmer.
space surfing on a train. Yes. Love that one. Yeah, he has a few funny moments.
Definitely. There were a lot of silly moments in this.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Final thoughts.
Oh goodness.
You want to go first or am I?
I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a crazy episode, but not as crazy as other ones. I was able to follow this one. Okay, we only have 2 time zones, a lot of stuff, but only 2 time zones. And it was good how they interacted and like put in, subtly put in all of these different villains and characters from past and present. They were all delicately put in their right place in the episode at the right time. And I liked all the other doctors that came in and were why did I lose the word for that? The other doctors came in. What's the word for that? The
Guardians of the Edge.
Yes, they came, but they visited. I guess visited.
Yeah.
Visited. And the regeneration was really sweet and short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I like
Definitely.
how she did. Yeah, I like how she did that by herself. Because some other doctors have done it with a
With
companion.
companions witnessing it too, which is also terrifying.
She was like, I
because both Rose and Clara have witnessed a regen.
Yeah.
Rose witnessed 9 into 10. Clara witnessed 11 into 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she realized that Yaz was not going to be able to handle herself, so she was like, I just got to do this myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so wow, what a spectacular and epic end to a wonderful Doctor's era. It was wonderful seeing all the classic Doctors and companions return, as well as the return of 2 classic companions who haven't been seen on the show for decades. I love the chance to see Graham one last time and allowing Yaz to get some closure on the Doctor's departure once the time came. It was also nice to get a nice little callback to Ryan, even though Tosin couldn't film at the time.
Yeah. Where is he?
Patagonia.
Patagonia, yeah.
Jodie had a beautiful performance, and the last 30 minutes or so allowed her to truly shine as the Doctor. Definitely. Hell yeah. Sasha was terrifically terrifying as the Master, with the Rasputin musical bit having me burst out laughing.
Yes.
Plus the fact that we broke a Guinness World Record with William Russell's appearance, with it being 57 years with his last appearance in the show, was a huge milestone for Who. Chibnall, despite all the negative press he got, did a wonderful job bringing his era to a close and allowing Russell to take some tidbits with him. Like, I don't think Flux is going away, although people think it might. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah.
As we enter a new era of the show. Same with the Timeless Child. I don't think that's going anywhere.
No. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what will happen in the 60th anniversary and beyond. Bravo, Chibnall. Tag Tennant. You're it.
Yes.
All right. Ranking. What are we thinking? This is out of 10. What are we thinking? Because we kind of saved our high rankings.
Yeah.
For the end. What are we thinking?
I'm going to do a solid 9.5.
9.5? I would
Oh,
agree with you
9.9.
on that. That was pretty damn epic. I am not going to lie.
Yeah.
All right. Coming next, the 60th anniversary. We've got a hot minute to wait for this because this isn't coming out until November.
Yeah. November of next year. Oh,
We're getting 3 specials
in
2023 featuring David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. This is going to get confusing as hell.
Yeah.
And Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo. Oh my gosh. Companion coming back?
Yeah. Last time we saw her was in 2009, so it's been a minute.
My gosh, crazy.
We also have Donna's family returning. Sylvia, her grandmother, her husband, and a brief, albeit final, appearance of Bernard Cribbins as Wilf, because Wilf died. Because Bernard died like 3 days after filming.
Oh my gosh.
Bits for Who.
Crazy.
This was in like July, and everyone was like, oh
my gosh.
Because he was like 93.
Yeah.
He was 93.
Totally.
Yeah. More actors rumored to appear are Neil Patrick Harris as the main villain.
Oh my gosh.
Yasmin Finney as Rose, who is known from the show Heartstoppers. She's amazing.
Oh.
She plays a trans girl in Heartstoppers, and she is trans in real life. So get it, girl.
Gosh, yes.
We're getting a trans actor in Who. Let's go.
Okay.
We've got Ruth Madeley as somebody named Shirley Ann Bingham, who we will learn about, I guess, closer till. She's in a wheelchair. So yay, disability awareness. Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
And then apparently there's a rumor. I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but Miriam Margolyes is maybe voicing one of the creatures in the 60th anniversary.
Okay.
Maybe. Potterheads will recognize the name because that's Professor Sprout.
Oh, okay.
The herbology professor at Hogwarts.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
And then we also, of course, have Ncuti Gatwa. This 15th Doctor will also make an appearance as we will get his first Christmas special in December of 2023 before Series 14 begins the year after. So we will not get to meet his companion just yet. They are filming series. I think they took a break for New Year's, but they are in the process of filming Series 14 right now.
Wow. Okay.
So yay.
But we won't get that until 2024? Okay. Well. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. If you want to see us react to a trailer of the teaser for the 60th anniversary show.
It came out on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Make sure to jump to our YouTube channel. Well, that'll be.
Yeah, jump over to our YouTube. Follow us on all of the socials, Instagram and Twitter. I guess not all of them, only Instagram and Twitter. But thanks so much for watching, and we will see you over on a YouTube or next time with a little bit of a blip in time on our podcast for the next Whovian episode.
Yeah, we will have more content coming in 2023, so make sure to stay tuned. Thanks so much, Geeks. See you next time on FanGeek'd. Bye, guys.
Bye.